live from Las Vegas. This is 13 Action News. Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now on Good Morning Las Vegas, police in North Las Vegas are investigating a deadly stabbing, the message they have for the public this morning. And we're just days away from America's big party right here in Las Vegas. This morning we have a sneak peek at how this year's fireworks will be displayed. And a veteran's car stolen right out of his garage, what he's telling us about that night and how those crooks got away. Good Morning Las Vegas, I'm Tom George.
And I'm 13 First Alert Meteorologist Dan Bronis. Happy weekend to you, the last weekend of 2018.
Yeah.
And it's looking cool outside.
Pretty cool. We were just looking up. It might actually be a little cooler here on New Year's Eve than in Times Square.
Yeah, it looks like it could be. So just prepare yourselves for this cold sticking around. Outside right now, temperatures cool compared to yesterday's highs. That's what you're looking at. And you can see yesterday's highs. You see any 50s on the map? No, because we didn't hit 50 at all. 49, that was it yesterday. That ties the coolest high temperature for the year. We also hit 49 one day back in February. So it was a cool one out there. Temperatures right now down to 37 degrees. We haven't changed the last few hours. These winds keeping temperatures roughly the same. So we are running a few degrees warmer than what we should be because of those winds. Never died off overnight, but it looks like they will in the next few hours. 24-hour temperature change, you can see 5 to 10 degrees or 0 to 5 degrees difference, so really not much different. Some outlying areas away from Vegas, cold. We have freeze warnings in effect in some places, so make sure you bring those pets inside, check your pipes, and cover up those plants. And that will be needed once again tonight as those temperatures will remain cool. Highs today in the 50s. Winds coming down into the afternoon, and that will help drop our temperatures a little bit overnight once again tonight. We've got some cold temperatures moving in after Sunday. We'll show you what New Year's is looking like coming up in your 13 First Alert forecast.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, breaking overnight, a 21-year-old man is dead after being stabbed in North Las Vegas. It happened just before midnight last night on Stanley near Pecos and Owens. Police tell us there was a large party at a home and that the victim was attending that party. Right now, there is no suspect in custody, but Officer Sean Kite has this message for the public this morning.
If you know anything, if you've seen anything, please call us. You call 311. You can remain anonymous, and anything you can do to help us out. Obviously, a 21-year-old succumbed to his injuries, lost his life tonight.
And meantime, also in North Las Vegas, police have a 54-year-old shooting suspect in custody after they say 2 men were shot near Cheyenne and Losee last night. Police say the whole thing started as a road rage incident. Now those men are in the hospital and are stable. Officers are still investigating where the shooting actually happened. That suspect is facing 2 counts of attempted murder. And you can stay on top of breaking news even when we're not on the air. Just download the KTNV mobile app to get updates immediately to your smartphone. It's free in the App Store and in Google Play. Right now, fireworks crews here in Las Vegas getting ready to help us celebrate the new year. Fireworks by Grucci started preparation on 7 properties throughout the Strip, and our crews got a little sneak peek at this upcoming celebration. 13 Action News reporter Sasha Gomez was front and center where those fireworks will be shooting off from.
Monday night will be a night to remember here in Las Vegas. Fireworks by Grucci will be bringing an 8-minute performance right here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. More than 7 hotels and resorts on the Las Vegas Strip is coming together to make sure this New Year's Eve is one to remember.
There's no better place, in my opinion, to be on New Year's Eve. It's Party Central and America's party, so it really is exciting to see all the revelers on the Strip just watching our performance, so it's exciting.
More than 60 crews are working around the clock, resulting in more than 80,000 fireworks. They will light up the night sky about 300 feet high.
Have a fantastic time, get out, enjoy, and forget the stresses of life and come out and onto the Vegas Strip and enjoy the fireworks and the new midnight moment, Vegas night style.
But more importantly, officials here in Las Vegas want you to be safe. Sasha Gomez, 13 Action News.
Best party in the country for sure, and you can also head on over to our website for a list of fireworks in Las Vegas to help you welcome 2019. Just head over to ktnv.com. And if you plan on staying inside, you can ring in the new year with us right here on Channel 13. Our 13 New Year's countdown starts at 11 p.m. Our team will be broadcasting live from different places around the Strip, and Chopper 13 will also be up in the air, giving you the best view in town. Well, singer Ariana Grande has canceled her show at the Cosmo that was scheduled for tonight. We're told that cancellation is due to health reasons. The singer apparently has bronchitis. Reps from the Chelsea at the Cosmo tell us guests can get a refund for their tickets from where they were purchased. And if you're on or near the Las Vegas Strip tomorrow or on New Year's Eve and you see some low-flying helicopters, don't be alarmed. The Department of Energy is measuring naturally occurring radiation. Now, these tests are done every year as part of security and emergency preparedness for New Year's Eve. The agency just wants to make sure that thousands of revelers are safe as they ring in the new year. Those flyovers will only happen when it's light out. Well, now to a 13 Action News update. A 17-year-old has been arrested in connection to the shooting death of an 18-year-old on Christmas Eve. Police say Jermariam Hickman was arrested in Laughlin yesterday. Quavantia Thomas died on Monday outside a CVS store near Lake Mead and Civic Center Drive in North Las Vegas. Thomas's mother says the two teens knew each other. She claims that the shooting was the result of a conflict on social media. Well, some intense new video shows an attempted robbery in the Northwest. The man swats a gun away from his face. Now, this happened December 5th near Durango and Deer Springs. Police say the man was walking towards Timbers when he was threatened by another man with a gun. The suspect demanded the victim's property, but that's when he swats away the gun and walks into the bar. The suspect got away. Well, a disabled veteran's car stolen right out of his garage on Christmas, and it's all captured on surveillance video. Take a look. It happened in a neighborhood near Rancho and Jones. 13 Action News anchor Carla Wade explains how that thief was able to get away with the car.
It appears to be the classic crime of opportunity. You see a man stroll past Marcus Gordon's home, an American flag flapping in the wind, and his open garage door framed by Christmas lights. But seconds later, that man reappears, walks up the driveway, disappearing into the garage.
I was restless, couldn't sleep, and my Ring doorbell goes off. I thought it was the cars, so didn't pay it no mind. Then it did it like back to back, and then I heard a thump. So I'm assuming that was the car door.
Here you see Gordon's red 2003 BMW CI being backed out of his garage.
When I go run outside, it takes off. The guy's gone.
Now take a look at these pictures. Besides the striking red color and black top,
There's not that many around. I only seen like 2 or 3 in the past 4 years since I had it.
Gordon says his car also sports a Fraternal Order of Police sticker, a handicap placard, and personalized Nevada license plates. He wants the car thief to know not only did he take off with his only means of transportation for work, but coming into his home disturbed his peace of mind.
I'm a disabled vet, so, PTSD, TBI, it really kind of set me back. So, now I'm on high alert, really on high alert.
Carla Wade, 13 Action News.
Well, the Las Vegas Healing Garden is trying to figure out how a pair of angel wings ended up broken. You can see cracks appear at the bottom of the wings. Get Outdoors Nevada isn't sure what causes it to break at this point. They are working with the artists to try and figure out the next steps. Well, now to a 13 Action News update. Nevada Highway Patrol's life-saving tree now has more than 100 ornaments. They started the tree at the beginning of December. Each ornament represents a DUI arrest that was made during the holiday season. NHP says they expect to add more this weekend. And if you're looking for a job, you'll have a chance to get one at a new grocery store here in the Valley. Sprouts Farmers Market hiring 140 people for their new location near Rainbow and Alta. The 30,000 square foot store is opening on March 27th, and they need both full and part-time workers. Well, good morning, everyone. Coming up, traffic is heavy across the valley as we head into this New Year's weekend. The routes to take to avoid all the gridlock.
And outside temperatures today climbing up to about 50 degrees. We'll see some winds this morning, but tapering off this afternoon. Some good news there, but we got more cold air to talk about just in time for your holiday. That's coming up.
Well, a lot of people are talking about the first interactive episode of the Netflix show Black Mirror, but some with Apple TV aren't able to watch it. That's according to Gizmodo. A writer there tried watching it on their Apple TV after Mac Rumors reported the issue. The writer got an email saying the show is only compatible with newer smart TVs, most streaming media players, game consoles, web browsers, iOS, and Android devices. Have you ever seen that show before, Black Mirror? It's pretty good on Netflix. Yeah, it's just about the crazy, technology of the future and how it's going to control everything.
And it's interactive?
I think this is the first one that's interactive. It was just a regular show before.
Oh, it was? Okay, I never heard of it.
Yeah,
No.
so.
I'm out of the loop on all these new things.
But you're in the loop on the weather, hopefully.
Am I? I mean, sometimes.
Well,
if I'm working, yes. If I'm working, if I'm at home, people will text
me.
I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. No, but we have We have some pretty good weather out there this morning. I mean, yeah, it's a little cold, but it could be worse. We have mostly clear skies around Las Vegas, some clouds here and there, but overall, that sunshine will win today. There's your good news for your Saturday. The bad news, temperatures don't really warm up, so if you have any outdoor plans, you're going to have to bundle up. Now, freeze warnings in effect this morning for the river, the lake, and also back in California. They'll be issued once again tonight as temperatures will be dropping, and we have that wind advisory for the river and lake as well throughout the afternoon. Temperatures right now sitting at 37 degrees, winds still at 60 miles an hour. Those winds have kept temperatures the same over the last couple hours. 33 right now in Nellis, not much of a wind. 34 Boulder City, winds at 15. So yeah, we have those breezes on and off throughout the city. Look how cold it is up to our north. We're talking the teens in Caliente, Tonopah, 26 Beatty, 34 out in Boulder City, and 43 in Laughlin. And we have some winds around, especially to the south. The winds are starting to taper off to the north, and we're going to see those winds shift to the southward as we go through the morning. What it feels like, last hour it felt like 0 in Tonopah. Well, it feels like 5 right now, so warming things up. But it feels like 28 degrees still in Las Vegas. Very cold is what it feels like on your bare skin. Make sure you cover up because you could get frostbite with temperatures feeling like that with that wind blowing on your skin in about 15 minutes. Now today, 51. Yeah, it's going to be a cool one. At least we'll see sunshine. Winds will not be as bad as yesterday. Sitting up in 40 in Tonopah, mid-60s Death Valley, and mid-50s for Laughlin. And tonight, those temperatures will drop back to 35 degrees, 23 in Indian Springs, 24 in Pahrump, 38 for Laughlin. So a pretty cool night expected with mostly clear skies, and winds will not be around, so it will feel a little bit warmer, at least on that bare skin. No issues for New Year's fireworks. We're looking pretty good. We have sunshine planned throughout the day. On New Year's, mostly cloudy skies could move in though Monday. We'll be watching that closely, but by midnight, we're talking about some winds that could be around, and yes, temperatures will be pretty cold, so you're gonna have to bundle up for any New Year's celebrations. 10 o'clock temperatures, upper 30s by midnight. 36 degrees. So if you're going to be on the strip, going to be cool with those north winds up to 15 miles an hour. Gusts could be even higher. We'll have to watch that, fine tune that as we get a little closer. Through the weekend, 56 degrees on Sunday, warming things up, only to drop right back by New Year's Eve down to 51. A slight chance of showers by Monday as clouds move in. I'd say about 10% chance of picking up some rainfall, mainly in the afternoon. By the evening, we'll be done with that. But winds will be breezy through midnight. Winds will be breezy through Tuesday as that sunshine returns. And yes, we have a 60 back on the 7-day a week from today.
All right, well, now to a traffic alert to tell you about as you head into your New Year's weekend. There are several road closures both on the Strip and downtown. 13 Action News reporter Nina Porshunkala breaks down what you need to know.
And New Year's Eve means there's going to be a lot of road closures. So here's a couple of things to keep in mind as you think about what you should do for that night. December 31st, starting at 5 p.m., your north and southbound 15 off ramps and Spring Mountain, Flamingo, Tropicana will be completely closed. So for your options, though, you do have Sahara up north. On and off ramps are both open out there. Russell down south, same thing. On and off ramps are both accessible out there. And as usual, Las Vegas Boulevard, no car access all night long, starting at Sahara all the way down to Mandalay Bay Road. And the roads and alleys leading into Las Vegas Boulevard will also be completely closed. So you're going to have to do some walking, but that's okay, right? Starting off your new year, right? Getting all those steps in, get your Fitbit growing. All right. And as far as reopening, though, those roads and those ramps should be reopening starting at around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. depending on how the situation's going. So just keep that in mind as you think about your New Year's Eve plans. Now, going into downtown, we'd still have some closures out there for Fremont Street Experience. You're going to see some closures starting at around 7 a.m. December 31st. Just remember this area, 4th Street to Main Street, Carson Avenue to Ogden Avenue. Now, it sounds like a lot. It is quite a lot, actually. So we're going to have all of these posted at ktnv.com so that you will get started right on your New Year's Eve plans.
And if you're hanging out at home and the kids insist on staying up late to see the calendar change, you can always just turn on Netflix. Once again, the streaming service dropping 14 countdown videos to help convince your kid that it's actually midnight so you can get them to bed at a reasonable hour. Just make sure you turn off all the clocks in the room, and then you can turn it on and boom, magically midnight for the kids. All right, well, Tyler Perry is set to host a tribute to the Queen of Soul next month, the filmmaker putting on a concert honoring Aretha Franklin on January 13th. The legendary singer died in August at the age of 76. Aretha, a Grammy celebration for the Queen of Soul, will be taped in Los Angeles and will feature several different stars. It'll air at a later date on CBS. Well, new this morning, the You'll Shoot Your Eye Out Kid Christmas story warning becoming too real for a family in Utah this Christmas. Kempton Kirkwood ended up in the hospital after a toy laser gun blew up in his face. The home security camera capturing the entire incident.
When I was getting the battery out, I saw stuff come out of it into my eye. It hurt a lot.
Pretty scary, and Kempton's mom understands that this was a rare accident, but she does want to warn parents out there to be careful. The toy's manufacturer has asked the family to send the medical bills, and the family is not planning on filing a lawsuit. Well, straight ahead, 2018 was a busy year, especially for our investigative unit. After the break, we're taking a look back at some of the biggest stories of the year. You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. We'll be right back on your chilly Saturday morning. Stay with us. Welcome back. Well, our mission here at 13 Action News is to drive change when there's a need to fix something or right a wrong. Chief Investigator Darcy Spears leads that effort, from popular places where you eat to the house you call home. We take a look at her top 3 reports from 2018.
We begin where many folks start their day, by going out for donuts. Number 3 on my list is the dirty dining that would make Homer Simpson cry.
Donut.
On March 15th, Pink Box Donuts on Lake Mead in Buffalo got a 32 demerit C grade, in part because inspectors found multiple containers of expired cream filling.
It just happened to be there. I mean, we should have thrown it away.
We also asked him about the heavy food debris and buildup inspectors saw.
Keep in mind that it's a 24-hour facility. We don't stop. And whenever we get a chance, we sweep and then we deep clean, but it's just a little bit difficult, and it's going to sound like just a terrible excuse, but that's exactly what it is.
Since that dirty dining report, Pink Box has been inspected twice, both times resulting in 0 demerit A grades. At number 2 on my list, our investigation of imposter rideshare drivers.
It's been traumatic, to say the least.
Elizabeth Suarez's traumatic experience began on a mid-July night at Park MGM. She booked an Uber to take her home after a night out with a childhood friend. In the hotel's passenger pickup area, she saw a car matching the description on the app.
He gestures over to me, opened the car door, and I say, "Hi, are you here for Liz?" And he says, "Yeah, get in."
She didn't realize he wasn't her ride until they were on the road and she got a call from the real Uber driver.
I have no idea who this guy is. I'm in trouble.
Afraid of what the driver might do if he heard her on the phone, she did not call police.
I'm just trying to stay calm, make my next move.
We obtained this surveillance video, which shows him pulling into the shopping center on Eastern and Warm Springs.
I take a side profile picture of him. My flash goes off, startles him, and that's when he starts cursing. "Give me your wallet, give me your phone, give me everything you have."
She threw her wallet at him, but kept her phone. Instead of letting her out, he sped up.
And that's when I open the car door and it's unlocked and I just jump out without thinking.
Our crime and safety expert says Elizabeth's brave act of desperation very well may have saved her life, but he says there are 2 things that she should have done differently. For starters, she should have called 911.
And she also should have raised a red flag when the real Uber driver called, so he could have potentially alerted police. Homeowners associations are often fit for their own hall of shame. That brings us to my number 1 story for the year in a community where neighbors describe their HOA as cold, heartless, and inhumane.
You ready, little man?
15-year-old Cameron Winfield and his family hope he will crush his cancer, but the battle rages on.
It's very tiring, and I have to use a lot of my energy to get in and out.
The Savannah Falls Homeowner Association near Decatur and Elkhorn recently stepped up parking enforcement when the board contracted with Code Blue Towing.
It's gone from a fun-loving family environment to something very cold and calloused.
HOA rules require homeowners to park either in their garage or driveway, but Cameron needs some extra space for his wheelchair when he gets home from chemo and a host of other treatments. One such night, the Winfield's car was towed from the street in front of their house.
The only reason that we had moved our car was to actually move our child into our home. My husband helped us get him into the house, and within that hour that we were actually getting our son all the medications and getting him comfortable, they actually came and towed our car.
And it costs a ton to get a car back.
For somebody that has a child that's battling cancer, $380 is a lot of money. We didn't have the money at the time.
While they waited to see if the HOA would help, the fees added up to more than $800. But Savannah Falls refused to work with them until I called the board and their lawyer.
Thank you. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for letting me help you guys.
Well, I guess you just never give up hope.
After nearly a month, the Winfields got their car back without paying a cent.
Thank you so much. Darcy Spears, you're amazing. You and your news team, thank you so much.
With the investigative year in review, I'm Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Good work as always. Thanks, Darcy. Well, good morning, Las Vegas. Still ahead this morning. It's a fight over trash. Officials in northern Nevada say it was a huge problem at this year's Burning Man festival.
Now, live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
Right now on Good Morning Las Vegas, a big commercial project coming to Henderson. What this means for growth in the area. Thousands of families preparing for the possibility of a missed paycheck, the challenges federal employees are facing as that government shutdown drags on. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George. But first, we want to get things started with 13 First Alert meteorologist Dan Braun. It's pretty cold this morning, Dan.
Yeah, temperatures dropping into the 30s right now, Tom. But hey, you know what? Good news. These temperatures warmer than advertised because of these winds that stuck around. But the winds making it feel colder, so there's that catch-22 there. 23 right now. Indian Springs dropping quite fast outside of Las Vegas. Winds not as strong to the north, so you could see Mesquite down to 26. Oh. Cold, right? Well, 37 degrees. Las Vegas, the wind stronger to the south. You can see Laughlin, 18 miles an hour, 16 here in Las Vegas, and then 16-mile-per-hour winds keeping temperatures in the 30s. But look at what it feels like across Las Vegas. It feels like the 20s because of these stronger winds. So if you don't have any protection on your skin, it just feels awfully cold outside. Coming up today, the winds start to come down. Temperatures go up a little bit. Still cool, 51 degrees, your forecast high. A little warmer than yesterday, though. And we got warmer temperatures for Sunday, only to drop by the holiday. That forecast is coming up.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, Washington, D.C. bracing for more fallout from the government shutdown. If a budget is not in place by January 2nd, the Smithsonian Museum and the National Zoo will be closed. Officials say tourism has already tanked since the shutdown began. Many people are canceling their trips, assuming that there will be nothing to do in D.C.
The normal perception is that D.C. is closed. You know, our perception is that people think that there's actually a padlock that does not allow a person to come into the district.
Now, although the museums and zoos will be closed, there will still be staff on hand to keep the exhibits in order and to take care of the animals. And happening overnight, another agency taking a massive hit during this government shutdown, the Environmental Protection Agency saying they are officially out of money. The acting administrator telling nearly 14,000 employees that they'll be put on furlough. Only national security and emergency staff will stay on, and even they won't get paid until the shutdown is over. And 800,000 government employees nationwide are impacted by this shutdown, wondering when they'll get their next paychecks. One family in D.C. with 2 young kids reaching out to American Express about their upcoming credit card bills, but not finding much luck.
Our income has gone to zero, so I can't pay anything now. And she said, well, this is the hardship program. You have to make some sort of payment.
American Express says they can't comment on individual cases, but say they are working with all customers affected by the shutdown. And the government actually published this form letter. They suggest that federal employees who might miss their paychecks send the letter to banks or other lender and get help from their personal lawyers. Many people on Twitter, though, pointing out if anyone's worried about paying rent, they probably can't afford a lawyer.
I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart to make this happen.
Well, new developments in the shooting death of a California police officer. That was his brother speaking there after a days-long manhunt. The suspect, now in custody, we're learning he's an undocumented immigrant who crossed the border in Arizona several years ago. Police say Ranil Singh pulled over the suspect for drunk driving the day after Christmas. Now, that traffic stop ended in a shootout that claimed Singh's life. Yesterday, police found Gustavo Perez Arriaga near Bakersfield, about 200 miles south of the small town where that shooting happened. The community is still shaken by Singh's death.
You have to understand this was not supposed to happen here. I've been to too many of these funerals, and I never thought ever that I would have to be doing this.
Sheriff says Arriaga had 2 prior arrests for DUI and connections to a Mexican gang. Arriaga's brother and co-worker also arrested for misleading police and trying to hide the suspect. Well, new video following the high school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Video and stills show Nicholas Cruz at the scene at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. You can see Cruz walking down the hallway and on campus with his gun. A safety commission is also expected to submit their findings to the Florida governor next week. Well, the site of the historic Moulin Rouge is heading for sale once again. The court-appointed receiver told the Las Vegas Review-Journal he set a January 15th deadline for offers to purchase the property. The Moulin Rouge opened in 1955 as the first racially integrated casino here in Las Vegas. Sammy Davis Jr. and Nat King Cole among the stars who performed there back in the day. The property was demolished last year after several fires, many of which fire officials have blamed on squatters. Well, the organizers of the famous Burning Man Festival in northern Nevada are fighting with federal officials over trash. The Bureau of Land Management told organizers that they left too much trash behind after their 2018 event up in Black Rock City. According to the Reno Gazette-Journal, the festival left 7 times more litter than allowed for that type of event. Organizers say they passed an environmental inspection and they do plan on undergoing an additional review in the spring. Well, now to a new development in the works in Henderson West. It could bring some new jobs here to the valley. 13 Action News reporter Yasmin Hassan tells you about the village and when it's set to open.
We can talk about how fast this area is expanding, but it's better to show you. Take a look. This plaza didn't exist a year ago. Across the street, that apartment complex right there is now in the works. And the future of Henderson West, this desert lot is going to be the village come 2020.
It's developing major right now, and it's a good thing for all businesses around here. It's driving more people into the area, so that means more business for everybody. It's a good thing.
Construction is booming along St. Rose Parkway. A massive retail and residential complex called The Block is in the works. The new Costco just opened up earlier this year. The Raiders practice facility is being built. And now, get ready for a 300,000 square foot development called The Village.
It's great. It's very centrally located for Las Vegas with the Strip, the airport, the convention centers, just a great part of town.
The Village will be a mix of restaurants, shops, and medical offices. The plan is to break ground in early 2019 with completion in 2020. That means this project is adding jobs to the area and hopefully generating more business for everyone.
I think we're going to get business. I think all of St. Rose is going to get business. I'm excited to see more people coming down this side of town because it's been so empty for so much time.
Yasmin Hassan, 13 Action News.
Well, if you're looking for an unusual party on New Year's Eve, McCarran International Airport is hosting a silent disco. Not sure what that is? Well, you put on headphones and just dance away. That silent disco is happening at 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 in the afternoon in the Terminal 1 baggage claim area, the airport calling it their New Year's Eve party. Well, if you're in need of a passport, there's a passport fair coming up. You can go to the post office along Horizon Ridge Parkway Sunday, January 6th. No appointment is needed. Just show up between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. You'll be helped on a first-come, first-served basis. Time to do some traveling in 2019. Well, good morning, everyone. Coming up, a warning about car selling scams with people trying to buy new cars in the new year. One woman has a warning for those in the market.
And outside temperatures up to about 50 degrees today under sunny skies. We've got some changes, 2 changes. We're going to warm up only to cool back down. That forecast is coming up.
All right, well, filmmakers have picked out a title for the upcoming movie about children's TV host Mr. Rogers. It'll be called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. That was, of course, the theme song for the beloved show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Sony Pictures announced the title yesterday. Tom Hanks will star as Fred Rogers in the film, which is set to hit theaters in October of next year. Fred Rogers died back in 2003. His show went off the air back in 2001 after 31 seasons.
Wow, 2001.
Yeah. I used to love that show growing up.
I remember watching it. I was really young. I can't remember it, but I remember a few things.
And, of course, Tom Hanks can play anybody. Of course he had to be the one for that role.
He is the perfect role for it, though.
Absolutely.
There's so many people out there, but he just spits that role. So,
absolutely, for sure.
Excited to see that. Hopefully it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
What's not looking good is our New Year's forecast.
No,
because we've got some changes moving in.
Pretty
Once
cold.
again, yeah. Outside right now, well, you know that sun is up. We got clear skies, and that is warming our temperatures up slowly. Not yet. Still cold outside with 37 degrees in Las Vegas, but look at that wind. 16 miles per hour. That kept temperatures a little warmer last night, but it feels colder. 33 in Anthem, 33 in Southern Highlands, and 35 right now out in Summerlin. Yeah, you can escape the cold, everyone in the 30s. Good news, the cold weather just keeping those pollen counts pretty low. We're not seeing those elevated. Now you're taking a look at the freezing line map. Now the blue, that blue coloring right there is that freezing line, 32 degrees. Everything colder than freezing. In the blue, everything warmer in that tan. And look at the Las Vegas Valley. Everything is pretty much tan. We got a couple areas, little small pockets here and there of sitting at freezing temperatures. But yeah, overall cool morning, but not as cold as it could have been. Across the country, coast to coast, if you're traveling, the only warm air is pretty much following the oceans. The midsection of the country is really cold with sub-freezing temperatures pretty much covering 2/3 of the nation. Now, if you're going to be traveling from coast to coast, we got a lot of green on the map. That is good news. That means you shouldn't have any weather delays for the airports. If you're going to be traveling today out in the Northwest, you might have some issues. Now, things are looking good Sunday night, things start to change, especially across the deep south. Dallas over towards Little Rock, you could have some flight delays there as some severe weather is going to start shaping up and big time delays. Early Monday, we're talking around midnight our time, so early in the morning East Coast time. And then that severe weather kind of moves up to the east. And snowfall out west in Arizona and New Mexico could cause traveling on the roads issues. Our weather looking pretty good. No major weather moving in, but we do have slight changes to talk about. By Sunday, a weak front's going to start passing through. That's going to help actually warm our temperatures up, only to drop them again early next week. And snow showers could form Monday across Arizona and Utah. A very slight chance of some of that moving into Las Vegas. So I'd say about a 10% chance of rainfall Monday and about a 30% chance of seeing light snow in the higher elevations of Clark County. But that snow is really going to stay back off to our east. Today, your highs sitting at 51 degrees. Las Vegas, 46. Summerlin, we're talking highs into the mid-30s, or lows tonight, mid-30s. 34, Spring Valley, so cooler than this morning, but only by a few degrees. And at 35, Wood Tie, so far the coldest this season. 51 today, up to 56 tomorrow. Some clouds here and there. As we move on into Monday, Tuesday, your holiday, things cool off again. The high 51 degrees, up to 50 on Tuesday. Overnight, 32. Yeah, that's going to be a cold start to the new year. If we hit that around midnight, we're looking at temperatures around 36 degrees with some winds out there. So it's definitely going to be a cool New Year's. But hey, a couple days later, we're back up to 60 degrees with a lot of sunshine.
Right, well, this is a popular time of year to get a car with the new year coming up, but not everyone can afford a brand new one from a dealership. That's why you need to watch out for car selling scams. A woman found a great deal on the selling app Let Go for a 2010 Nissan Maxima that was on sale for $1,500. Sounds good, right? Well, the seller claimed she was in the military about to be deployed and needed to sell the car quickly. Then she said it would be sold through eBay Motors, and the victim needed to send a $500 deposit on eBay using gift cards. Well, that's the last she heard from that seller.
Put $200 on one, I put $200 on another one, and then I put $100 on one. I thought she trusted me. I trusted her.
Well, it appears that that ad was copied from a legit ad and then reposted at a much lower price. Remember, a big red flag, never pay with gift cards. Well, when Good Morning Las Vegas returns, new year, new you, right? With 2019 in just a couple days, how to get those resolutions set to make this your best year ever. But first, let's head up to New York for a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, a man accused of killing a California cop arrested, the emotional response from the victim's brother and the county sheriff, and how the officer's memory is being honored by his community. Plus, the government shutdown continues as negotiations remain at a standstill. The thousands of government workers who are being affected. And finally, a weekend of wild weather, snow slamming the southwest and flooding hitting the east coast in Hawaii. The severe conditions sweeping the country ahead of the new year. It is all coming up on GMA.
All right, welcome back. 2019 now just days away, so of course that means New Year's resolutions. And joining me now is Galit Ventura Rosen. She's the author of The Successful Woman's Mindset. Good morning, Galit.
Good morning.
Yeah, so everybody always, beginning of the year, they make those resolutions.
Yes.
They don't always stick though, right? Maybe
Most of the time they don't.
You see the gym packed the first month, and then it kind of clears out maybe in February. But You're trying to get people to sort of stay focused, right?
Yes, we have these ideas in our head and we want to accomplish them so badly, and then we don't make a plan. So one of the things that I love to do is come on and talk to you about how others can be successful in actually accomplishing their New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I love to do is a vision board. You might hear that all over the place, but you hear it so much because it's successful. When you put something together about what you want to accomplish for the year, now what happens is you're looking at it every day and it's reminding you what you should be focusing on and working on.
And we have heard a lot about it. I know even our anchor, Mas Saidi, always talks about her vision board and everything like that, but people don't know what that is. It's basically just a board with, you cut out pictures of things that are your goals or that you want, basically?
Yes, and today with technology, you can go ahead and download an app on your phone and put together the collage and save it on your phone, so it doesn't even have to be printed out anymore.
Or even Pinterest, you can kind of pick and choose things that is it just goals, or is it your things that you want?
Put on there anything that you want to accomplish in 2019. So for me, I've got travel, I've got fitness, I've got financial, I've got family time, and I even write out quotes, put on my goals in writing as well as pictures. So find whatever combination works for you.
And like we were just saying, it's one thing to visualize, but how do you kind of stick to it? I mean, do you just kind of set milestones along the way?
You've got to have a plan. It's great to have this board that you want to accomplish, but if you don't have a plan, so you want to think that a lot of times people get overwhelmed by this big picture. Break it down into small, itsy-bitsy steps, as tiny as you can, and put that in your calendar so you can accomplish those steps.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying every month maybe make a thing in the calendar to kind of check up on it?
Yes, so most of us live through calendars on our phone. Google Calendars my life. Whatever it says, I do. Make sure on the first of every month you plan an appointment with yourself to revisit what you accomplished the month before. And is that getting you closer to the goals that you want to accomplish?
And so you said you had a vision board for 2018. Looking back now, I mean, what were some of the biggest things you accomplished that you set out this year?
One of my biggest goals was visiting a new city in the United States every 3 months, and I did that. One of them was speaking on stage at least a minimum of 3 to 6 times. I did that. One of them was writing a book. So I just keep putting out these goals, and I make sure that I don't just set up a plan and put it in my calendar like task-wise, but you also have to remember to reward yourself. One of the things we're really bad at is looking at how far we've come. We're always focused on how far we still have to go.
Mm-hmm. Travel's definitely on my list for 2019, so I'll have to make a vision board myself. Yeah. All right. Well, Happy New Year, Galit. Some good advice there.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
Well, outside temperatures up to 51 degrees this afternoon. Winds will taper off, so some good news there. Plenty of sunshine out there. Some clouds tomorrow just indicates some changes starting once again, and we're going to increase our temperature to 56, only to drop it back down to 51 on Monday. Some showers are possible, not likely. New Year's Eve looking pretty good. I guess I shouldn't say the word good.
Yeah.
It's looking okay. It could be worse. It's going to be one of the coolest New Year's we've seen in a while. Temperatures probably in the mid-30s. Winds will be picking up, but no showers in the evening. High temperature only 50 New Year's Day, and we're starting off at 32 that day.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like Vegas when I'm looking forward to 60.
No, exactly. Yeah. But a week from now, looking just fine.
All right. Well, thanks for making Good Morning Las Vegas a part of your day. GMA is on up next. We'll see you right back here at 8.